Splitgate 2 gets announced, a new Switch accessory 7 years after launch, and Xbox Cloud Gaming testing out Geforce Now. All today on TouchPad. Hello and welcome to Cross Circle Squared. I am Benny Gerkman and this is TouchPad, your daily video game news show. We actually have a really short news day today. Not much is going on, at least hopefully as of right now. Maybe some crazy news will drop as soon as I say what I'm about to say. But yeah, kind of a slow news day. So we have three really short articles for you. One extra one I found that's not really newsworthy, but I wanted to mention it. And we'll get you in here and out of here as quick as you got here. Starting off today, we're going to talk about Splitgate 2, and this was just announced today by the developer over on Twitter. We talked about it a few days ago that it was being teased by the developer. They had something big coming in a few days, and rightly I assumed that would be a new game, and it appears that while it is a new game, it's still technically more Splitgate. Again, it is the successor to that previously very popular sort of multiplayer PvP game, Splitgate, that despite being a smaller team, it was really like the only indie live service shooter that really found success. And it did find an actual audience. It had this mixture of Portal, classic arena shooter, and modern Halo. And again, I think what Splitgate 1 accomplished was incredible for the size of the team, but that success then allowed them to kind of step back and look at it and go, hey, okay, this was our product, people liked it, but now that we have this money, we could maybe make it a little bit more polished, and it seems like that's what they're doing. It took time away after that huge wave of success with the first game. They just went back to the drawing board, and I think even a developer, in a developer interview, they were even like, yeah, we wanted to make that game, but now we have the resources to make it truly that game, and this seems to be what they wanted. Splitgate 2 will be a free-to-play 4v4 multiplayer game. Again, the gameplay probably going to be very similar to the first one, very arena shooter-esque, but also kind of I don't really know how to describe the player feel other than it's like sort of similar to Halo, but crossed with like portals, and then if you're putting it in like I don't know. The way this trailer and the vibes of it kind of give me the finals a lot in terms of just like thematic elements of it, but like set in the far, far future. I don't know. I think it's a little generic, but the gameplay will speak for itself when it releases in 2025. It'll be on PS5, Xbox, and PC. Okay, let's go ahead and get to our second story today, where we go to Nintendo, and they've released, I don't know how this wasn't a thing before. I actually thought it was a thing, but I think I'm thinking of a third-party one. It's a JoyCon controller dock that apparently they've never made a JoyCon controller until now, 7 years after the launch of the Switch. It's actually kind of incredible that there's been no official JoyCon charger. I remember once for the Wii and previous systems, like I don't know how this happened, but here we are 7 years later, releasing October 17th. You'll finally be able to actually charge your Joy-Cons. Isn't that so exciting? Okay, let's go ahead and get to our next story. Like I said, moving fast today. And it seems that Xbox Cloud Gaming is expanding its cloud gaming options as it's testing an integration with NVIDIA Geforce Now. So far, this kind of just looks like a link to NVIDIA Geforce Now's homepage, not actually a different service integrated into the app. But I don't know. I tried to launch it and see for myself, and nothing was there. So I haven't been able to test it out. The tweet said it's available now, but again, I loaded it up on my computer, and it was just Xbox Cloud Gaming. But again, looking at the screenshot that they provided on Twitter, there's the little external link icon. So I think it's probably likely that maybe you load up a game on the Cloud Gaming website, and it'll pop this up saying, hey, you can play it through Xbox Cloud Gaming with Game Pass, or if you own it and have the NVIDIA GeForce subscription, you can go over there. It doesn't seem kind of as integrated as closely as I would like. I think having multiple options in cloud gaming would be cool, but if it's just two separate services, I don't know how successful this integration will be. Okay, let's go to our next story, and we're going to some layoffs today. Unfortunately, it feels like every day we have these, pretty much every day we do. NetherRealm, the devs behind Mortal Kombat, are laying off their entire mobile team. This team previously worked on projects like Injustice 2 Mobile and other Mortal Kombat live ops titles. It's unclear exactly how many people these layoffs entail, but as people on social media are saying, it seems like it's the entire team getting laid off here, not just a few of them. And that's estimated to be around 50 people by the game industry layoffs chart. Of course, NetherRealm, they've had big successes with the more recent Mortal Kombat games, but I don't really know how successful stuff like Injustice 2 Mobile or the Mortal Kombat mobile games that I've actually literally never heard of. I don't know how successful those were, so maybe this could have been seen coming, maybe not. Still unfortunate to report. Okay, let's talk about releases for today. And today is actually kind of a big day, strangely. We have Dungeons of Hinterberg. This is the most exciting one for me. This one releases to Game Pass and consoles, as well as PC, and it has a great 80 on OpenCritic. That's pretty high for an indie game. This is that super fun looking hoverboard, sort of dungeon crawling adventure game. I don't really know how to describe it because it has a tone that is both similar to stuff we've seen before. Like it kind of has a cozy vibe to it, but it has like this futuristic cyberpunk look, and the gameplay is not really what you would expect from that sort of game. You as far as I remember from one of the trailers, you beat people up with your hoverboard. I don't know. It looks sick. It looks amazing. I really want to hop into it as soon as we're done here. And that one's on Game Pass too, so I don't even have to put in any money into it. Also releasing today is Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. This one looks like a fairly run-of-the-mill Souls-like with some interesting genre mixing that may or may not fall flat. Currently, it's sitting at a 70 on OpenCritic. Again, overall reception of this one has been, I don't want to say mixed, since that's pretty early, but it's been, I don't know, reminds me a lot of Immortals of Avium, where everyone's like, yeah, this game's good, but is it interesting? That seems to be the problem here. Also releasing today is Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. And this is a collection of NES titles for the Switch, which basically just has some speedrunning elements added onto it. It's sitting at a 72 OpenCritic. This one looks fine, but I don't know. 13 NES games with basically just speedrunning menus and challenges might not be worth the $40 they're charging. There's multiplayer for this, but it's like you only play against each other's ghosts. Seems to be sort of heading for like a party game kind of feel, but I don't know. Are you gonna want to go to a party and try to be like, hey guys, let's all go and let's beat Zelda 2 for our party game, when stuff like, you know, Mario Party or Wii Switch Sports or, you know, any of the other actually very good party games that Nintendo has released exist. I don't know if this one's gonna break through that much. Okay, that is all of our news for the day. Thanks for coming in and watching live or afterwards. I appreciate both. Like I said, quick news day, but I do have some stuff to announce in terms of content. I'm going to be wrapping up stuff here. I'm not just going to be doing touchpad and review. So we're looking at a few new types of videos coming out over the next few weeks and months. Firstly, I'm starting with the Concord Impressions in a series I'm going to start doing that's a lot like TouchPad, where it's scripted, it's just me talking, but it's going to be more about like a single topic, or I don't want to say video essay because it doesn't have as much essay or as much effort as a video essay. It's still more thrown together, live kind of stuff like TouchPad is, but it'll be about more specific topics and things going on in the industry. Again, that starts with Concord, probably late this weekend, early next week. Review, of course, we've been doing, you probably know of Review if you're a big channel person. But yeah, that'll be coming out hopefully not this weekend, but the weekend after that is my goal, since I'm going to finish Silent Hill 4 this weekend. It just depends on me and Jared's scheduling for that one, but next few weeks, very soon, I would say, in terms of timeline. And then very, very soon, like I say very, very soon, but actually longer than both of those, so I guess not very, very soon. A new podcast will be starting up that is all about gaming news. I don't have any more information other than that, I'm talking to the people it's going to be with. We're trying to get things set up, just announcing that here to kind of get ahead of it and say, hey, it's coming at some point. But otherwise, that's all I've got for you. As always, I am Benny Gerkman. This is Cross Circle Squared, and I will see you tomorrow.